Let's get it. Oops, wrong way. Got the camera going the wrong way. Oh, there we go. What's up, family? Oh, we're about to get it started. Let me make sure stuff is set up properly so that we could get what we need. Drink your water. What's going on? Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Man, that felt good. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Ooh, now get your glass for that water. Get your picture of that water. Lift that picture of that water. This is conference. Lift it for your water. Drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Stretch it. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Bam. Just move your body. Come on now. Drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body and drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. Or should I say, breathe, drink, eat culturally appropriately, and move. But anyway, take your breath, lift and pour, move your body, toast your ancestors, drink up. Let's see. Yeah. Drink. Lift your glass. Lift your glass. Take a breath. Drink your water, family. Drink your water. Man, family, it's so good to be here with you this morning. Almost didn't make it, man. Couldn't go to sleep last night. Stomach was rumbling. I said, man, what's going on? It was late, and I'm like, oh man, all right, we gotta do the toast. Family, we are on Nia. Great Nia to each and every last one of you. Last night we had a show. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it because nobody called in. So hopefully y'all got some information that was useful for you. Because I seen some of y'all out there, right? Let's check and let's make sure we streaming on all cylinders right now. I don't know if we on YouTube. But I'm checking to see if I get us back up on that YouTube, High Tim, so I can see what's going on with that. But either way, it's good that y'all have decided to join me, whether live or whether you catching this a little bit later. Because, I know this ain't as early as it should be, but it's earlier than a lot of people are used to. Now, what's going to start to happen is that we're going to start getting people on the Daily Toast a little bit more, because some people are going to start doing the 21-day challenge. Family, please be on the lookout, because we will be sharing the 7-day Gye-Nyame Journey e-course. It will be going live soon. I'm just letting y'all know, right? Family, I'm going to be dropping some information, and I just, like I said, I'm kind of excited about it, because, I've been doing this type of stuff for a long time, but I never really completed an e-course. But like I said, one of the things in the Players Pyramid, now we know that our ancestors, the Players Pyramid is one of the books I put together, but one of the ancestors, not one of the ancestors, but our ancestors used to say something like, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And one of the things that I was fortunate, because I've been telling y'all a little bit about the show, Philip Shock Matthews. Philip Shock Matthews has been doing shows for longer than me. And he's built a system that he calls WAS, Walk Away Wealth Systems. But I read his book, Digitalnomics, and I often share it. I meant to share it last night, but I forgot. It's in the e-newsletter. If you want to support Gye-Nyame Journey, and go check out that e-book, Digitalnomics, right? And in Digitalnomics, I was reading, and I said, well, damn, I got all these pieces together. How do I put it together? But at the end of the book, he made an offer. I reached out, and I took the offer. Now, let me read what it says in the Players Pyramid, because the Players Pyramid, you got 7 principles, you got 7 tools. And one of the tools is the last tool that we will need in this. The last tool that we will need is the ability to humble ourselves and get a mentor or hero that we can aspire to be like. I know this can be damaging to some of our egos, but understand that is good. We need to understand that there's always someone that may have done something similar to what we plan to accomplish. All we have to do is reach out to these people for advice, and they can help us avoid some of the pitfalls. These mentors or heroes can be alive or dead. If they are alive, we can reach out to them and ask them for advice, and even in some cases, work with them for a while. In this case, the first thing that we must always remember is that they are human. We must never put someone so high on a pedestal that when they fall, they die. We must keep in mind that human beings cannot live up to the vision that we have of them. So let us accept their shortcomings along with their achievements. If your hero or mentor is dead, always remember that the library may hold your key to contacting them. You can more than likely find some information on a great person or writings by a great person in the public library. And I wrote this book prior to the internet. So you could find the information you want. Now, what I needed some guidance. So one of the things that I did, I reached out to somebody that was doing something that I was doing and said, hey, man, why don't you help me? And I knew that I had the right person, because as soon as I told him all the stuff that I was doing and all the stuff I had, he immediately started giving me the information that I needed in order to move the show to the next level. I said, man, what? You know what I'm saying? I said, yeah, I could do that. He said, man, listen. Boom, 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 boom. I said, cool. Let's hook up. You know what I'm saying? So I've been hooking up with him every Ujima, probably at about 6:30. And we sit down and we repetate and we talk it up. And, you know, so we're going to see where this goes. But so far, I've been working. I've been able to accomplish everything that he has. And what's crazy is everything that he's using, I use. I'm just not formatting it properly. And I want to format it properly so that we can not only build up what we do on the Gye-Nyame Journey channel, but what we do on at Gye-Nyame Journey Mall and all this stuff. Because there's far as the mall, one of the visions for the mall is one, to try to fill up their whole school once a month, right? We got all that space. We got enough room for about 40, 50 to 100 vendors and have enough audience coming to support all that. And then on top of that, I would love to take the cafeteria where we are, turn it more into like a food court, place where you come get the teas, the coffees, the food, the healthy food from Sisters of Fire, from whoever's up in there. Get that food, but also have some music or some type of entertainment, live entertainment going on there. Of course, all that costs money, so we have to be able to raise that money. And, you know, like I said, family, we're closer and closer every month thanks to your support. And speaking of the mall, July 27th is the next mall. Family, check out the newsletter. And like I said, if you had the opportunity to look at the newsletter, go on, throw your thumbs up, let a brother know. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if you're interested in writing for the newsletter, you know what I'm saying? If you're interested in writing for the newsletter, let me know. Or you can just do like I asked. Check it out. Go to Gye-Nyame Journey. Not GyeNyameJourney.com. Go to Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook and post up an article on the timeline with your commentary. Because part of the newsletter is I like to share information from the timeline that I don't think people really had an opportunity to get at. Because a lot of times when I'm posting up on Facebook, I throw up an article and I can't always say what I want to say about that article right then at that time. But, you know, giving a little time of reflection and being able to go back over the articles gives me time to give you what you need. So last night we covered 3 magnificent proverbs. Let me go on and make sure that I share those with you. We are on day 78. Where is my bookmark? Or my... That's what you do with the bills when you can't pay them. You put them in a book. Day 78, Friedrich Nietzsche. Love your enemies because they bring out the best in you. Number 2, Frederick Douglass. The life of the nation is secure only while the nation is honest, truthful, and virtuous. Number 3, kindle not a fire that you cannot put out. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. He's also out there. Sister Navita, I see you. Sister Cynthia, I see you. Thank y'all for joining us. I'm trying to see if the YouTube channel is up. But either way, let's go on and well, I'm assuming it's up. No, everybody on Facebook this morning. YouTube say I'm still sending data. They still sending data. Whatever. All right. So let's get it. All right. We about to. I'm gonna sample from this one because this one got a SCOBY growing on it, and I got a request. Somebody, my daughter called me and said, "I need help. I need some ambrosia." I said, "I'm gonna hook you up." And right now, I am fermenting some more ambrosia for those that might want some. I got 2 orders for mango. Say what? That mango, that shit was good. Brother Kwame say, I will be in Springfield, Illinois for my family reunion on the 27th. I will most definitely miss being at the market, and of course, I will miss my young brother Kingston. Kingston is the mall superstar. And all that good food. I want to put in a standing order for some of those Urban Gems market offerings. We'll discuss with Charlotte and get back to you. And we also have to discuss, oh my God. Okay, now, far as moving Elder Margarita, we are going to camp. Speaking of that, Simba Camp will be popping off in Ohio. I will be up there. I will be broadcasting live from Simbaland, and we will be up there from Imani to Nia. Now, I will be coming back in town on Ujima for a couple of hours because there is a meeting or a lightweight ADOS conference that will be popping off at the main library, and I want to be in the place. So I will be there for that. I got to figure out what I'm going to do in the next couple of minutes, because there's no way that if I take this over to my daughter's house with that SCOBY floating up on top of it, there's no way in the world that she's going to drink that. No way. Right? She's going to look at that and be like, I'm just going to stay sick. You know how some of my people is. I'm just going to stay sick. I can't do it. Can't do it. Right? And, so I got to figure out what I'm going to do. All right, so here we go. But actually, I was going to take her the stronger one. This one right here is ancient. But even this one, she won't, what I'm saying? This one right here, all you got to do is cut it with some water. And this right here is going to help build up that microbiome, family, because a lot of us are suffering from unhealthy microbiomes. We got all these terrible bacteria and yeast growing up in us. And we feed them because they eat and they thrive on that sugar, right? They thrive on that sugar. So we got to be aware of that. All right, family, first, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that Creator. And you know what we say? We say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on. And what do we move on to? We move on to our list of our illustrious ancestors. There you go. So we want to salute our ancestors, and once again, it is a pleasure to service the family and get out the message about that. About our ancestors doing this lineage therapy. What's the shelf life for ambrosia? My last batch was strong. That was 2 malls ago. Now, rules on ambrosia. Ambrosia don't go bad. It's green tea, raw honey. Raw honey don't go bad. Now, what ambrosia does, it does age. And as it ages, it turns into a vinegar. Now, if you happen to have it and you keep it that long, you can still drink it. You can take shots, which is like you would do apple cider vinegar, because it's basically the same concept of apple cider vinegar. Except this one, rather than apples, you got raw honey, you got green tea. So now you got all of the health benefits magnified. So as you take it in, you know what I'm saying, it might be strong. Make sure you drink your water, right? Key to health, water. Once again, key to health, water. Breath, water, culturally appropriate food, which ambrosia is one. Culturally appropriate food, and movement. So if you have older ambrosia, it's a vinegar. You can use it as a mixture in salad dressing. You can use it as a seasoning when you're cooking. You know what I'm saying? So as the sweet drink is the bomb, but as the vinegar is even more powerful, because you are getting the concentrated products of the bacteria and yeast that have been in there handling their business, right? So go and build up your microbiome. get ready for this next level of foolishness that they're about to unleash on us as far as health. So I posted up some articles. We'll cover them a little bit more in the Toast and Talk. Okay, cool. So now the Messenger is picking up messages from Facebook. That's good. So here we go. So first, family, we're going to lift up our glass and we're going to toast those ancestors. And let's continue. Here we go. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert, and Tex Santa Davis. Ujima or Ujama for ADOS meeting. Ujima, my fault. Ujima, next Ujima at the main library. Kwame, I snatched up 5 of the tickets. So, like I said, if you don't have tickets, you know what I'm saying, I got some. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to come in town just for that because it's like 6 to 8. So, I don't know. I'm thinking about taking my car because it's only 45 minutes away. My job is longer than that. So, I'm going to take my car so I could go and get back here because I definitely want to be in the house to see what's going on with that. All right. Now the batch 2 miles ago, Miss Cynthia, yeah, that was strong. That was strong. That I let that age because I knew it was gonna be getting hot. And I ain't want no bombs, no blow ups. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert Tex, Santa Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William, Walter, Chris, Pendergast, and Leon, Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland, and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Flora, Montague Pittman, No More X, Pat Ma, Ram, Malika Pakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Afro Proactor Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Gail Pullian, the Luxor brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Ree Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Ree McDowell, Jennifer Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Prince Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Just, Katie Just, Derek Rendelman, Virginia Roger, M. J. Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter. Lost my place. Hold on. Oh my God. Reverend James Smith, Willis Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Milton Copeland, Jenny Clay, Burt Beatty, Sarah Weatherby the Farmer. I go to Sushir Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Lyndon Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Trish Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza, Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keishla Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Person, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lovinia Hall, Freeman Bankston, Mae Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quills, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quills, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Del Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Betsy Johnson, Harley Vester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Armatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Trigg Sr., you're not holding up the toast, sis. She asked a question for those that can't see her comment. Not to hold up the toast, but does sugar and artificial sweeteners intake decrease the effectiveness of ambrosia? Ambrosia gonna do what it do regardless. But what sugar and artificial sweeteners does, it does feed the unhealthy bacteria and yeast because they depend on it. As a matter of fact, we're gonna have to go back through some of the studies that show the connection between the gut health and the brain and how these microorganisms that are not working towards our benefit are able to influence our thinking. So we think that we're craving sugar when in fact they're craving sugar. And because what's crazy is a lot of the, you know how people say, I felt something in my gut? There's a lot of neural nerves that connect directly to your brain that are in your gut, that are affected by your gut. I gotta look up all the terms again, but we went through that maybe 2 years ago. We're gonna have to go back through that whole ambrosia breakdown class, because that's what really got me into looking at the health of the microbiome. And one of the things that I do know is this: we onto something big, family, because like I said, maybe sometime last year, my wife told me that one of her friends was told by one of their fitness instructors that she needed to get some probiotics. And the probiotics that they was going to try to get her was costing like $200. So probiotics, shit, we make that here. How much they charging? Shit, I'm just like, yo. So, and really check. All of us could benefit from cutting down on sugar, but like a lot of y'all, man. Listen, that shit. Listen, my wife bought some Twix ice cream. Now that shit is the devil. Let me tell you, that shit is the devil. If loving you is wrong, man, listen. I'm just saying. But what I have to determine, is it me that's really liking that ice cream, or is it the microorganisms in me that are demanding? Because remember this, and I'm going to get back into the toast real quick, that for every human cell, there is like 100 different microorganisms in you. Understand, you are basically you are as above, so below. You are a miniature universe. Inside of you, there are trillions of microorganisms that are working for you or against you. What we try to do with the ambrosia is to try to build up the ranks of those that are working for us. Sugar, on the other hand, is helping the enemy, unfortunately. But raw honey, is good because it covers. Well, we talk about that later. All right. Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Franklin Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy M. Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Demond Aries, Jenny Ruth Jones, Janet Callahan. Anybody that's interested in some of the effects of the ambrosia, I got posts up and I put up other posts, but you can also research microbiome. MICROBIOME. Look up the microbiome and the importance that it serves in your health. This is why we talk about eating a culturally appropriate diet, because most of the stuff that a lot of us are getting, a lot of it is not culturally appropriate. Your specific group, your specific people have a specific relationship with the earth, and the earth produces particular foods that are extremely good for you. Not saying that you can't go out and mess with some other foods. Not saying you got to give up your pizza. But what I am saying is, family, we got to make some changes, and adding culturally appropriate foods to your diet can help. Now, one of the things that I put in the newsletter this week or this month was how to make Gye-Nyame coffee. You know what I'm saying? By adding two elements that make it culturally appropriate. Coconut oil, baobab powder. How to make it. You know what I'm saying? Boom. because it has all the benefits. You get the benefits of the coffee if you drink it black. I drink it black, and then on top of that, you throw in some of that baobab powder and some of that coconut oil. Makes it a little bit more culturally appropriate for us, which helps us as far as feeding that microbiome as well as cleaning out our body. So here we go. William Walter West, Nigella Paris, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Wallace, DeFritis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scanterbury, Wilson Hadley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbert Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Peanut Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan. Now, the family that I just read, we want to send salutes out to Elder Kemet and his wife, his now wife. I think they are in Cancun, so we want to send shots out in celebration of Elder Kemet and what is his wife's name? Anybody know his wife's name? Throw up, and we're gonna raise the glass for them too. William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nayland Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaneko Parsons, Jason Cathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Halbert, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Ewan and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Senior, Mally Miller, Housie Hashtag Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary France, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harris, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanetta, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erton Houston, Led Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, and West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, and Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Brother Kemet and Sister Zuri, shots out. J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshana Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Chekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Maureen Cooper, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, and Shelby McClendon. And on to our beautiful black book. I know y'all like that book. Look at that. Got the little,
No.
So we got, my daughters are up and hating. Everybody say good morning, haters.
No,
Haters, juniors. All right, okay. I'm the original hater. That's right. Joella Giles, James Cardwell, Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Christina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundle, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Dramonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jepson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denisa Gore, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled Sin, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monger, the second family. I want to send up shots. We're raising our glass to our ancestors. Man, feel good to do it every day. And I got a feeling this list is going to be growing rapidly soon. So I'm going to have to cut out some of my rhetoric. All right, so we lift up our glass. And from there, we move to the present moment. And since we are in the present moment, this is where we all lift up our glass to Brother Kemet and Sister Zuri. May they embrace the moment in all of its power and all of its glory and do some great things as a couple. All right, so we lift up our glass to this moment. And for those born on the day, I haven't forgot you. Shout out to Nia children. Shout out to the Nia born. Yes, 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 y'all. And you don't stop. Come on, crowd. Come on. Good help is so hard to find. My God. All right, so Nia born. Today, we are activating the reticular formations and we are going out and we are looking for signs of Nia. Now, family, let me give you some secrets to tracking. Now, first off, the reticular formation. First off, you got to have the target. Place the target in your head, you look for it. You look for signs of the target. Footprints of Nia. You look for the color, yellow, right? Our ancestors are communicating with us and they want us to see our principles in action so that we know that things are working right now for us in the moment. Now, so you start tracking it down. You got to use your sense of smell. You got to use your hearing, right? Follow the footprints of Nia. And then capture it in a while. If you want to, you wrestle it down and hold it for a couple of seconds. Take a picture of it. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I ask that you release it back into the wild. Because we need Nia roaming amongst our people. All right? Now, so for those that don't know, Nia means purpose. That's the day, Nia, right? Nia born. Purpose. Balance is the meiotic principle. Yellow is the color. So you're looking for these signs. Balance, yellow. Rhythm is the hermetic law for the day. Male name for the day is Kofi. Female name is Afua. And speaking of that, keeping to my word, let's move to the Nia born. God image, Afi. Male name is Kofi. Female name, Afua. You are known to be a person full of growth, creativity, and ingenuity. You are always anticipating what can be done. You are a wanderer. You have the quality of right timing. As you learn to anticipate the future, you increase your control over the direction of your life. Your primary source of well-being is the conviction that your life has meaning and direction. You have the delicate web of love, work, family, purpose, and pleasure that might support a fully engaged life. To a considerable degree of right timing, you are capable of training your powers to predict the future. You can search for and find a new dream if you are aware that you are approaching a dead end. During an accident in your career, you see your new dream. You are adept in anticipation, imagination, future bends in the road, and preparing to shift gears in advance. You do realize that the best choice does not always turn out to be the right one. And you have the ability to accept that some people of lower consciousness develop bitterness which derives from their dwelling on a rational choice that turned out to be wrong. You are a person who sees future possibilities when the road clears, and you see the opening and risk taking it. So, those that are born on nearborn, you have a lot of seer qualities in you. That's dope. Give him another round of applause. Raise our glass in this moment, to this moment, submitting our pledge, our promises to our ancestors by keeping their memories alive and working with the wisdom that they gave us and building on it so that we will have something to pass on to the future generation, as well as using our power to clear the road as much as we can so that our children can have room to build their monuments to greatness. We raise our glass and we say our shake. From there we move to our future generations. We toast our children, our children's children, on to infinity. Family, we have always been here and we will always be here. You understand? So we raise up our glass and we say I shake. From there we move on to all of our relations and we say I shake. From all of our relations, where do we go? Where do we go, Brother Hatim? Where do we go, Brother Hatim? From all our relations, I lift up the glass for that selfish toast. This is for you, family. What is it that you need in your life in order to move forward in the best way possible? Right now, lift up that glass. And we say Ashe. From there, family, last but not least, I want to toast the most magnificent, beautiful, uplifting, outstanding, inspiring, strong, I need some words. Did I say fantastic already? Stupendous. Incredible. The most incredible person in the room. I raise my glass to you. And we toast you and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I'm going to drink and get out of here because we running late. That one's not that strong. I mean, it's strong, but nothing for an amateur. But Mm-hmm. All right, family. I'm gone. Y'all take it easy.